Hey guys, OMAC446 Productions here, and in today's video we're going to continue on with What If Kakarot Was Raised by Demon King Piccolo. If you are enjoying this series as much as I am writing it, then hit the like button and tell me in the comments below your thoughts on it. Now, let's get into part 3. We're going to pick up from where we left off in part 2, and this was when Kami was about to get his wishes granted from Purunga. Kami spoke his first wish for eternal youth, but nothing happened. This is because Kami did not know that Purunga only answered to Namekian. So Muri translated Kami's wish for Purunga, and within a minute or two, Kami was back in his prime. He felt young, powerful, flexible, just improved in all areas. He went from a power level from 340 to around 460, so a pretty big increase for Kami. Kami then told Muri his second wish. This was to make it so that Kami and Piccolo are no longer linked, meaning if Kami dies, then Piccolo doesn't die, vice versa. And for his third wish and final wish, Kami asked how to defeat an Uzuru. Muri had no idea what an Uzuru was, but he just went with it. The wish was translated, and Purunga told Kami that you must cut off their tail in order to reduce them back to their base form. After thanking his fellow Namekians for the use of their Dragon Balls, Kami went back to his ship and headed home. The journey home was about 6 months long, so Kami decided to use this time to meditate in order to become accustomed to his new body. While Kami was traveling back from Namek, Piccolo had almost the entire planet at his disposal. He had an army of androids, demons, and humans based all over the planet. And of course he had Kakarot by his side. Defeat was not an option for them. They were ready for anything, or so they thought. But unluckily for Kami, 8 days before his arrival, Piccolo and Kakarot were about to go inside the hyperbolic time chamber for 8 whole years. Mr. Popo tried to stop them, but it resulted in a Masengo to the face from Kakarot, killing Mr. Popo instantly. In the time chamber, Piccolo would beat Kakarot in order to get a huge Zenkai. This went on for 80 years straight. When they left the time chamber, Kakarot was on a whole different level to Piccolo. He was about 14 years old at this point, but there was a huge change in Kakarot other than power. He looked black-hearted evil. He looked like the monster that Piccolo imagined. Kami felt the two powers on the lookout, so he began to land there. He was baffled at how much stronger Kakarot was than Piccolo, but also confused as to why Kakarot still listened to him. Similar to what Paragus did in Dragon Ball Super Broly, Piccolo yelled at Kakarot to attack, but he did nothing. This angered Piccolo so much that Piccolo then tried to punch Kakarot in the back. But before it landed, Kakarot grabbed Piccolo's arm and tore it straight off. "I don't take orders from you anymore, old man," said Kakarot. "You always told me to never obey the weak, and as far as I can see it, you're the weak one now," said Kakarot before obliterating Piccolo with a mouth beam. Kami was left in disbelief, but he realized he had a much bigger threat now, that being Kakarot. Kakarot got into a fighting stance, but before he could attack, Kami said that if Kakarot were to kill him, the Dragon Balls would go too. But Kakarot didn't care about the Dragon Balls as he walked over towards Kami with his arm out. Kami stood there thinking it was for a handshake, but he was wrong. Very, very wrong. Kakarot grabbed Kami by the throat and snapped his neck in two before throwing him over the edge of the lookout. This new Kakarot knew no boundaries. He was insane, so much so that he began to live like an animal. He went to live in the jungle, but before he settled down, he had business to attend to. He flew all over the world, demolishing everything in sight. He killed everyone on the planet, including all of Piccolo's forces, and then he lived alone in the jungle for the next 10 years until his big brother Raditz showed up. But we will leave that for part 4 of What If Kakarot Was Raised by Demon King Piccolo. I know this was a very dark part, but I thought it would be a good plot twist. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by leaving a like on this video. Until next time, thanks for watching. Goodbye.